Hey, yo, I got a great new album in the mail today.
B-Dub Beats. Whether you're in the mood for romance or an intimate night of fondling and hardcore fucking, B-Dub Beats. If you're into water sports, this is the soundtrack for you. Let your stream of conscience flow as you rock over B-Dub Beats. Cause you know you want it bad as I do. B-Dub Beats. Light her ass up. She said her shoulders hurt, but those B-Dub Beats were playing. Oh man, some things are worth pulling out for, like B-Dub Beats. Here are the beats that made Florida Evans drop the punch bowl.
Damn,
Fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
And we are live.
Back in the house once again.
It is the effing podcast.
Sports edition.
Yes,
Sports
edition.
Sports edition.
I am your host. I am B-Dub.
I am Branson.
Hassan, a.k.a. Alpha Dog. Woof, woof.
Yes, and we are broadcasting again live Thursday. It's sports.
Sports.
Of course.
Sports night.
Sports only.
Sports night on Thursday. Sports only. But no, we when we do the RIPs, we're going to touch outside of sports because we're going to do the RIPs. But topic-wise, sports only. Saturday night, show's still in effect. That's when they'll do topics. And there's some good topics this week for Saturday night. There's some really, really good topics, actually. So make sure you tune in Saturday night. What time y'all going on Saturday night?
Whenever we feel.
That's a day. And I'll be returning back Saturday nights in 2 weeks.
You always on Saturday nights.
I will be back like on camera, like starting the show, like back hosting the show, back everything.
You'll be
like,
during the shout out.
Running, doing the show the whole nine and stuff like that. So, but I love Thursday night though.
He's talking about
I'll be
back,
Brad.
Okay.
But I love Thursday night because I love sports though, and it's that time of the year.
Okay, well, I mean, we're gonna go? Do we do our normal, customary shout outs that we normally do on Saturday?
No, we just do Alpha Dog. Alpha Dog gets their shout outs.
Yes,
and we just run.
Alpha Dog got a super shout out. They got the commercial playing. It was all smooth as stuff.
Go get them dogs.
Come get these dogs, man.
Get them dogs, man.
And it's crazy. I like everything, and I've never had an actual Alpha Dog, but would that chili or that buffalo chicken one count as a dog?
Yeah, it counts.
Okay.
It's a sandwich.
Well, then I have had an Alpha Dog, man. Okay, so what we're going to do before we get into sports, we've had some severe losses this week.
Yes.
So we did want to start off with the RIPs because there have been quite a few people who have passed on since we've last broadcasted to you. First, we are going to give a shout out, rest in peace, to John Amos.
Yes.
John Amos, of course, everybody knows him from Good Times, Roots, and of course, Cleo McDowell from Coming to America. Actually passed away August 21st.
And Players Club.
Yeah.
Players
Club. Players Club.
And Players Club.
Like he a whole lot of movies.
Well, yeah, we could sit here all day and name the movies and television shows and guest appearances he was on. He actually passed away August 21st in Los Angeles of natural causes at the age of 84. However, it was just broadcasted to the media, I want to say about a day or two ago, that he had passed on. It was shared by his son, Kelly Christian Amos. That is with heartfelt sadness that I share with you that my father has transitioned. And in the statement he mentioned, he was a man with the kindest heart and a heart of gold, and he was loved the world over. Many fans consider him their TV father. He lived a good life, and his legacy will live on in his outstanding works in television and film as an actor. So I guess we could start with John Amos being born in 1939, December 27th in Newark, New Jersey. I didn't know he was from New Jersey.
New Jersey.
I didn't know. He was
Okay.
born in
Newark
December.
got a lot of famous people coming out of there, but yes, he is Jersey born.
And it looks like his first major role was as the weatherman, Gordy Howie, on the Mary Tyler Moore Show in 1970. And then from there, he got the role for Good Times. And then from that, after Good Times, of course, we all know the issues he had with Good Times, where there was a lot of issues behind the scenes where John Amos was making a lot of complaints saying that JJ was comedic buffoonery. They eventually wrote him out the cast, and of course that led to that classic scene where Florida Evans dropped the punch bowl and James Evans died, and they wrote him out of the show. So that came about from John Amos basically standing up to the producers of the show, letting them know that the images they were portraying of black people on television were not okay.
Not correct.
Yeah, and for that, he did take an L with them writing him off the show, but at least he stood for something.
Actually, he ain't taking L.
Well, I mean, he went on to have a successful career still.
Yeah.
But no, you took it now because you didn't leave the show on your own terms.
What?
They fired him.
I mean, true, they fired him, but they fired
When
him.
television kills your character off and you didn't really agree to it, you got fired.
I mean, I get you on that. I mean, still, them checks still counting them damn bank accounts. So.
Yeah.
But he was right, because the JJ character was a little bit overboard.
Oh, yeah. He was buffoonish.
It was overboard.
Yeah.
And was there ever an episode of Good Times that ended happy? Like, was there ever one episode?
It was always something bad. The reason we kept him in the hood. They ain't never got out the hood.
Hell no. And Florida Evans was the biggest hater.
Right.
I mean, that was the saddest show you could really think of. It's like never had a happy ending. Yeah. Every episode ended in
bad.
Some type of misery.
It would always end with the audience being silent and the camera zooming in on the actor real slow, and then it would fade out.
Right. Like, yeah, everything they had, like from Dag on to get another job, he passing, then even down to sister had a boyfriend to play football.
They didn't get out. They
blew
was
his
way
knee
out.
out. Shit.
That's pathetic.
Yeah,
Nobody ever mentioned how pathetic. How do you go from being a player on the Chicago Bears to blowing your knee to living in the projects?
Yeah, that fast.
That fast. Like, bro didn't even get a chance to gamble that money.
No check.
You weren't in no fraternity, nothing. Like you,
bro just went from the field to the projects.
Get your ass up out of here. Bam.
That's crazy. Humbling. All them little kids in the projects looking at him like, you keep
You used to play football.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is, like, any player, I think, if you graduate from a college, you can always go back to that school and work in the sports
You can
department.
do something.
Like, you can always go back.
You had some level of fame.
Even your high school,
you can
go
be a
back
coach.
and get a job.
I mean, I guess he was just a dumbass jock. That's how they try.
Yeah.
And that's what James Evans was. He stood up like,
yeah, he's like, son, you got to get out of this apartment. He would have got them out, but
nah, they want to make it seem like every motherfucking thing. Blacks can't get the fuck out.
Always being held down. Jesus.
Okay, so in addition to Good Times, of course, we know him from Roots, and of course, he had his role in Coming to America, and he was in Coming to America too.
Don't you know a lot of people played in Roots?
Yeah, lots of that was like a proving ground for black actors.
Yeah, a lot of black actors.
Despise Coming to America too.
Oh, I do too. But
I'm just mad.
I haven't seen it since that first month.
I just will not watch
that's true.
it again.
I mean, of course. I mean, granted, anytime you have a classic anything, you know what I'm saying, the follow up is going to be hard.
Oh, of course.
And then on top of that, look how long it lapsed. So you know,
but Coming to America is one of those movies that didn't really need a sequel.
I would give you that, but yeah, Coming to America didn't need a sequel. But Bad Boys is always my reference point. Bad Boys waited 20 years, and then they came back out with 3 and 4.
But they didn't miss a beat though.
Nah, they didn't.
I don't think 3 and 4 were bad at all, and I was
Coming
expecting
to America
them.
To me, it wasn't good. It just wasn't. Like Dub said, you could have just left it alone.
It was certain characters that wasn't there that could have that would have probably made it. Like the mom, she wasn't in the scene. The queen,
Well, she was dead.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like certain characters that was in it. If they were from the original one, they was in the second one, they probably would have made it a little bit better. But like I said, though, it was one of those ones that it was tried because a lot of people did really want to see how it would come out.
At the end of the day, leave some of the classics alone.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, just leave some of the classics.
I think they did that for the fans because
Because like I said, it was a lot.
it made a lot of money.
There was a lot of people that was really wanting to see.
It made a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it.
yeah, it wasn't right. I'll give you that.
Definitely took away from the original.
Yes. So, in addition, here's something I didn't know about John Amos. Before he began acting, he played college football at Colorado State University, and he suited up for the Kansas City Chiefs in 1967.
Impressive.
Yeah, so I didn't know he was in football. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. He was a pretty big dude, so that's not shocking, but I didn't know he had a background in football. So, yeah.
See, that's the reason why he told that damn motherfucker.
And he was good.
No, but that's why he got on like, hey, don't be portraying black folks like that.
Yeah.
He looking at it like, look what I did.
And he was good.
Right.
Yeah, so we're going to give that big shout out. Rest in peace to John Amos. And before we get to our next RP, shout out to the chat. Shout out Madam Sincere. What's cracking? Shout out Pink Blunt Smoke in the chat. What's cracking?
What up?
Yeah, we're going to get into this second
Hold
RP.
on. We got to shout out Buddha and Kelly Joe. Like,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
like we got to shout out
Shout
Buddha.
out.
You know what it
Buddha
is?
and Kelly Joe.
When you said we're not going to do our regular shout outs, like I'm just so into the rhythm.
Yeah,
That's
no doubt. But and it just hit me like, nah, we can't keep
my
going
bad.
without shouting out Buddha and Kelly Joe.
Buddha.
All right,
Kelly
now,
Joe.
sorry we did it in the middle of RIPs, guys.
Yeah, but hey, it gotta be
we
like
gotta-
that.
All right, next one.
Okay, we're going to send another shout out. This one was a little shocking to me. Rest in peace to Dikembe Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo. No. Hall of Famer. Finger wagging center. He passed away from brain cancer at the age of 58. I was extremely shocked to hear that. I don't think people even knew Dikembe Mutombo had cancer.
Right.
But it looks like his family did reveal 2 years ago he was undergoing treatment in Atlanta for a tumor.
And he was young.
And the NBA said he died surrounded by his family. Of course, look at Buddha saying, you better give him a shout out in the chat.
You already know what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so on the court, of course, we know Dikembe. We saw his whole career. I watched him from Georgetown all the way till he was drafted by the Nuggets.
Yep. And Atlanta.
Yep. Yeah, he played with Atlanta, and didn't he do Philly?
Yeah, he was in
Philly.
But I think Atlanta was like, is Atlanta like what?
No,
he's
the
known-
Nuggets,
the Nuggets.
because that was the first time an AFC knocked off the number one. Remember that?
That's
When-
true.
And that moment where he falls on the ground laughing, holding the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, he made a mark in Denver. So, yeah, as somebody who's seen Dikembe, he was always tough on the boards. He was a
Dikembe's a Hall of Famer.
of course.
But I think he's more
player.
I think he's more Hall of Famer for the works he's done with the game, because I think he's the reason why you have all these stars coming from Africa and so yeah, Dikembe definitely. But it did surprise me though, because he was relatively young.
Yeah. Okay, in addition to the Nuggets, Hawks, and 76ers, he also played for the then New Jersey Nets, New York Knicks, and the Houston Rockets.
I do not remember.
I don't remember
I don't
any.
remember none of those days.
And then
Not
he-
those.
Because when the first three teams we talked about, that's what we remember him is because
Yeah.
I think he wasn't relevant on those other
the other
teams.
teams he wasn't relevant, but those
Pat
first
Ewing
three,
in Orlando days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But he ended up retiring after the 2008-2009 season. And, of course, we remember him also at Georgetown. He ranks 20th in rebounds all time, 8 All-Star games, and finished with 3,289 blocks, only second to Olajuwon. And so, in addition to that, he was also a big humanitarian.
Yes.
He served as the NBA's first global ambassador. And he went around his native Democratic Republic of Congo and across the continent of Africa, just helping people out, spreading the love of basketball with NBA events and all that. In addition to all that, everybody remembers Dikembe from those Geico commercials, too. Those were also a part of his legacy for non-basketball fans. I'm sure that's where a lot of people remember seeing him on those Geico commercials.
Dikembe was in that era. Dikembe was in that era where you would like look like you see these dudes like Mark Eaton and them like and you just can't believe like they're that big. Like, is he really 7'4"? Like this is crazy. Yeah, so he's going to be missed. He's definitely going to be missed.
Yeah, and he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. On averaging 9.8 points and 10.3 rebounds for his career. So that lets you know how much of a defensive.
It was the humanitarian part more, I think, than basketball.
No, well, keep in mind he is an 8-time All-Star. So, I mean.
It's basketball.
Yeah, and he is number 2 all-time on blocks.
Yeah, it's basketball.
And I think they said, what did I just say, 8th on
rebounds?
No, 20th in all-time rebounds. Yeah, so he's top 20. Rebounds.
He's a top 75 player.
Yeah, he really is. So yeah,
So that's them Hall of Fame.
Hold on. Dikembe top 75 player.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put him as a top 5 all-time defender. I couldn't put him above Rodman, but I would put him top 5. At least in the paint, top 5 defensive.
Okay, in the paint. I'll give you that.
Center, I wouldn't put him there as a perimeter defender.
I'll give you top 5 defensive centers.
Yeah, top 5 defensive center.
Boy, top 5 defensive.
He's top 10 for sure.
Like,
who would you put above?
I got Dream.
I could put
Olajuwon above.
I got Shaq.
No.
I don't think Shaq is a better defender.
Yeah.
I think he's a powerful
offensive player. I got the Dream.
Manu. As in, if
Manu,
we're like
no, I got a Dream. I have the Dream.
Duncan.
I will have
Garnett.
I will have the Admiral.
Not above them.
I had the Admiral. I have the Admiral, the Dream. I will have also Dwight Howard. I will also have, even though he's not a top 75. So let me make sure I say
that's a gaff on the top 75.
Right. So those 3 right there.
Would you put Bill Russell
and Duncan?
Yeah, I could put Russell up there. He 11-time champion.
You would put Tim Duncan over Dikembe on defense.
No, I wouldn't even. Tim Duncan's not even. I wouldn't even. Tim Duncan's not. He's
rebound wise.
No, he's more fundamental. So I'm not talking about defense. He's more offensive.
He's a balance.
He's a balance. So we talking about strictly defense. So you can go
top 10.
You can go Ewing. Those are my 5
top
right
10.
there.
I wouldn't put. I don't think Ewing's a better defender in the paint than Dikembe. I'm not saying Ewing wasn't a good defender. I'm just saying
he's above balance. So he's because Ewing had the offenses. He had offensive repertoire.
Giannis.
Yeah,
Giannis.
Giannis
ain't a center.
Yeah, he's a power forward. So
yeah, we were talking about centers.
Yeah.
I thought we were just talking. Well, okay, you're right.
I said big men. Well, I meant I should have implied center.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, no Kevin Garnett, no Tim Duncan. Well, I still feel like Tim Duncan was a center, but
he said he plays a power forward though. He played because the Admiral played the 5. He played the 4.
Yeah,
when they had the Twin Towers down there, so he's always played the 4, the 3 and the 4.
Yeah. So. Well, see, we can't put too many people above Mutombo. That's how relevant he is.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So, of course, in addition to that, we can go into his humanitarian work. So, basically, one thing they did mention about Mutombo that I also didn't know, he spoke 9 languages, and he did found the
That's
Dikembe.
not surprising.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Most African people I know speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
Like they speak everything.
Yeah.
So that's not surprising to me, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. He founded the Dikembe Mutombo Foundation in 1997, concentrating on improving health, education, and the quality of life for people in Congo. And this led to him building a 170-bed hospital in their capital city. And that facility has treated nearly 500,000 people, regardless of their ability to pay for care. So, yeah, his humanitarian work obviously is very big. He has been very huge through his native Congo. Lots and lots of NBA players were sending their condolences publicly. And, of course, his son, Ryan Mutombo, posted a very heartfelt tribute to his father, loved others with every ounce of his being. And his son also said he remains the purest heart I have ever known. So, yeah, I was kind of really bummed out to hear that. I ain't even gonna lie. I heard it in the morning.
Like I said, he was relatively young.
Yeah, and like I said, it was just shocking because usually when people pass from a long-standing disease, you hear about it. But I guess he was very private with that information, so we didn't hear about it until the unfortunate end. So. Rest in peace, Dikembe Mutombo. And also,
R.I.P.
Yes, R.I.P. And also one final R.I.P. we got to give out to Pete Rose. Pete Rose has passed away at the age of 83. Of course, he's a career Hall of Famer. And, of course, after his Hall of Fame bid, it was undermined by his gambling.
Okay, look. Okay, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's where baseball's messed up a lot along the way. But this is egregious that you do not have Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. You're talking about this guy is probably, if not the most famous baseball player ever. I'm going to give you Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig. Mm-hmm. But Pete Rose's name is right up there with those people. Everybody knows who Pete Rose is.
But
he did gamble.
Yeah. And he gambled while he was coaching. He gambled while he was a player. He gambled while he was a coach.
Nevertheless, he brought fans in to watch this game. A lot of people loved baseball because of Pete Rose.
Okay, so then you need to look at the likes of Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire,
What about them?
They're not in the Hall of
Fame. Will be, and I'm gonna tell you why they will be, because baseball helped push that agenda of breaking that home run record. Mm-hmm. They pushed that agenda. But when it was time for that record to get broken, people were glued to those TVs. I know I was coming home from work. That's the last time I watched baseball like that too. And I was going to say, do you remember when you were asking earlier, we got to talk about baseball and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. What have you ever watched baseball, or what drove you away from watching baseball?
Oh, I still watch baseball because, my Dodgers
You are the biggest bandwagon fan I can think of. You're a Lakers fan.
I'm a Lakers fan.
You're
I'm
a Cowboys fan. How much more bandwagon do you get?
How is bandwagon?
Those are three of the most popular teams in America.
I can't help it. Hey, I'm a popular man. That's why I like popular teams. Okay. Listen. I got history with all these teams. Okay, so Lakers. My first NBA game was a Laker. Mm-hmm. My first game was a Laker and Boston game in the finals. That's the first NBA game I was seeing Showtime, Magic, and them. And doing their thing, going against Larry Bird and going Chief and them fighting and stuff. So that's how I became a Laker fan. As far as the Cowboys, right? Mm-hmm. The Cowboys, it was easy because before I didn't even like NFL. It was college football. Okay, so I was a college football fan first. Mm-hmm. So I was a University of Miami fan, the U fan. You feel what I'm saying? So Jimmy Johnson was the head coach down there. Michael Irvin was a wide receiver down there. Both of them went to the Dallas Cowboys, and that's how the Dallas Cowboys, and I became a Cowboy fan due to the fact of Jimmy Johnson going to the Cowboys.
My bad.
I've been there ever since.
My bad. I didn't mean to take away from Pete Rose's RIP either.
Thank you.
My bad.
Yeah. But anyway, Pete Rose.
Come on, man.
Pete Rose is a 17-time All-Star, switch hitter, played on 3 World Series winners. He was the National League MVP in 1973.
That's Charlie Hustle, man.
Charlie Hustle.
That's Charlie Hustle. I understand he was wrong. He was wrong.
Yeah.
But baseball you don't think they need to put him in a whole
Yeah,
hat?
put him. He got the numbers. Then that means you got to put everybody else in there too.
I don't have a problem with that. You
I
knew
don't
what was
either.
going on.
I don't
You
either.
knew what was
All
going on.
I'm just saying is, you know how people
Do you watch baseball, Dove?
I try.
I got to give a shout out to my Phils because my Phils we're going to get it this year. We're going to Bryce Harper going to get it.
Okay, Dodgers.
Of course,
baby.
you're going to take the Dodgers.
Of course, y'all gotta go through
The
us.
Phils are going to win it this year.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, we'll see. We got the Padres. We play the Padres. All I know is we had the first player who had the first 50-50. For those who don't know what a 50-50 is, that is 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. First time in history. Let me back it up. He was the first 40-40, and now he's the first 50-50. And he's not
Hold on. Ricky didn't do 40-40?
No, he ain't have 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases. He probably had the stolen bases, but he had the home runs.
I thought Ricky might have. Yeah, I know Ricky was close.
Ohtani he's the first 50-50 man. And we got the Padres, our in-state rivals we got in the series, so we owe them. It's going to be a great series.
Mm-hmm.
The Mets, they end up beating the Brewers 4-2, so they move on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. RIP, bro. Before we jump on.
So rest in peace, Pete Rose.
Pete Rose, you know what I'm saying?
But what were
Put
you
him
saying?
in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Bonds, too.
Yes.
Go ahead, McGraw.
I mean, they all need to go. Like, baseball knew what they were
Bonds
doing.
is a home run king.
That's why baseball is suffering now. Baseball knew what they were doing, and to keep viewership up like it was back then, they knew what they were doing. Like, baseball is just as guilty as the parties who were involved.
Yes, they were. Oh. So what's happening in baseball is on?
Oh, so in baseball,
It's the hunt for Red October, baby.
Right.
It's
So the
playoff time.
The Mets beat the Brewers. They win the series 4-2. So they are.
The Mets
Pete
are going.
Alonso, he delivered a massive go-ahead 3-run home run to send the Mets in the NLDS. So they most likely will be battling your Phils.
The Mets don't stand a chance.
Hey, this is the playoffs, bro.
It is.
Last year,
It is.
we had some major upsets.
When you went on that
Especially
Ohtani thing, I was like, this is playoff
You're
day.
right, of course. And it's awesome.
Okay.
You're right. It is his playoff debut. You is correct.
First time in the playoff.
You're right.
Bryce Harper been there.
You
He know
right.
what get ready to happen.
But who's been the best player in baseball since he blessed?
Let's not act like Bryce Harper hasn't been that player. Ohtani might have took it from him.
Okay,
but
I said who?
Okay.
I clearly said who is the right now best player in baseball. That's
We'll
Ohtani, and he's not even pitching this year, people. He's just hitting. So wait till next year when he start pitching and hitting. Oh my God!
The Dodgers went out first round last year.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, just checking.
What happened to y'all?
We didn't win it, but we will this year.
Okay.
We didn't win it, but we will this year.
You didn't win it. Oh,
Hunt for Red October, baby.
Yeah, NBA about to get start preseason.
Well, hold on. Who's on the AL side?
Oh, I'm sorry. AL side, we have we had some major upsets on the AL side. Coming from
The Yankees, I'm sure, are there.
the Orioles, they got bounced out, which that was an upset by Kansas City. So Kansas City hasn't done that, and they haven't been there in a while. Because if I'm not mistaken, Kansas City was last year they lost over 100 games. So for them to come back,
That's impressive.
to win and knock them out and top seeded team, and they sweep them on top of that 2-0. Detroit Tigers, another team, they beat a very good, surprising Houston Astros. Beat them 5-2, sweep them 2-0 to move on. As well as the Padres eliminated the Braves 5-4. They sweep the Braves 2-0 to face my Dodgers. And, yeah, that's how we're moving on.
Oh.
So most likely this Thursday, They have Padres, Dodgers, and Tigers and Guardians, Mets, Phillies, Royals against the Yankees.
Why don't you watch baseball though?
Because it's boring to me.
Playoffs is fun. If
I'm
playoffs
gonna-
I will give you, but that's like any sport though. Like, 'cause if you know,
you got a long season.
And that's it. The season's stupid long, like for
Yeah, that's
no
what I'm
reason.
saying. That's
Like we're 100 and something. It's stupid long.
You know what it really is? I think I didn't play enough baseball video games growing up to get into it, because that's really what got me into sports. I was playing Madden all the time growing up, and that's how I
can see
understood the
that.
game of football.
And
Same
baseball
thing with
video
basketball.
games were a little complicated too. Like
Not
getting the
necessarily.
ball. Like I like baseball.
No, I
It's
love
not my-
playing baseball video games.
It's not my it's not my favorite sport. I like baseball. I think that eventually, and this is just me, I think soccer's going to hump it down.
Yeah.
I don't think that I think football and basketball are safe, but I think baseball going from the number one sport in America.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
football is still the number one sport.
I think baseball was at one time the number one
They're
sport.
number one as far as
And now
America's
I think
pastime.
I think America's going to. I mean, baseball's going to fall to 4. I really do think
What,
baseball's
behind hockey?
behind soccer. I think
No, 'cause
I think soccer's growing fast here in our country.
But the major sports people look at is basketball, football, hockey, and baseball.
and soccer.
But
Soccer's growing.
Not in America.
but not in America. It's probably in Europe, yeah. But it got its moment. That's the reason why they have it during the summer months and stuff like that. So, soccer is right now is number 5. So right now, football would be ranked number 1. Basketball close to. Then you would have
Baseball.
Nope. Hockey would be number 3 right now, and baseball would be number 4. The reason why hockey goes above baseball because hockey now is starting to get a lot of black players to come up in the league. So when you integrating black players in the league, now
It's going to be better.
it's going to be better because that means different eyes, different set of eyes are going to be looking at it. So they got a lot of black players that's in the league as far as hockey. So yeah, hockey takes leapfrog baseball.
The baseball made enough money back in the day.
Yeah.
That they'll be fine though.
I mean, if they're giving out that contract they gave the old boy,
Ohtani?
yeah, they doing all
yeah,
right.
he definitely. Baseball got
He got
money.
the highest contract.
Baseball got old money. Like,
Yeah.
back when, before the NFL was really a deal or the NBA, baseball was racking in all that money.
Of course,
So the baseball, baseball.
Basketball didn't really become a moneymaker till the 80s.
Exactly.
Football wasn't big. Like, baseball's been around
Football's
for.
always been big.
Well, they didn't really
Not
start.
like
They didn't really
baseball.
start money wise until like
Yeah,
late
that's what I'm
'90s,
saying.
early
Baseball's
2000s.
been racking money up since the 1800s.
No, well, as far you talk, all right,
Well, yeah, Babe Ruth.
right. All right, if you talk,
Baseball been
Lou
racking,
Gehrig.
but I'm just
well,
saying
football been out that long too. They've been out,
but they weren't racking up that bit, like, because that's what made baseball America's pastime. It was bigger than football. Baseball's been racking up that money for a while,
Wow.
and now, like Dub said, they've lost viewership because people look at it like it's boring.
well, outside is boring. Is too much of traditionalist, and there's not enough of.
It's boring.
There's not enough.
It's boring. You sit there, you can possibly watch a game where a dude, even though a no-hitter is great, don't get me wrong, it's an amazing thing to watch, but you just sat up there and watched.
Nobody hit.
Nobody get a hit.
But you know how hard that is to do.
I know, but it's boring to watch.
But it's boring. You came to see the dude
Hell,
knock
it's
the
great
ball
to
out
watch
the park.
good defense. But that
Exactly.
shit is boring on anything.
You came to watch the
That's
dude.
why only a few people do it.
That's why the McGuire, Bonds, Sosa thing was so important, because you came to see them knock the ball
you
out
came
the
to see
park.
a home run.
Offense puts asses in
I didn't
seats.
come to see Roger Clemens throw a no-hitter. I might have, but more than likely, I came to see the ball knocked out the park.
Yeah.
So that's why it's boring. 2-1 game. 2 hits.
So you want to score a 20-24 type score in baseball?
I mean, it would increase viewership.
I mean,
that's ugly as hell.
You want
got
excitement.
9. Remember,
You sat there for 3 hours just to watch a 2 to 3 score game.
But you got 9.
You
got 9
boring.
So
hold on.
So listen. So I mean, how many home runs you want to average an inning? What would be considered
1 home run an inning.
I'm not even
that
saying that.
so that means the
If I
score.
could watch every inning and see a home run, that would be interesting.
Okay, so that means the score has to be like 11-9 or 9-5 for it to be considered exciting.
I'm not saying it.
They got games like that. Hell, they had one just last. Excuse me. They had one just last week. Somebody scored 20 runs. So
But that that happens every so often.
Okay.
But it like Dub says, it's kind of boring. Like that's why you look forward to football. You look forward to basketball.
I mean, I look forward to the playoffs too because really the baseball playoffs now it's a do or die situation.
But
especially now with
playoffs
the
are
wild
good
card.
any sport because it's win or go home.
Right.
It's your best play on display or you're getting bounced. So playoff in any sports are good. But baseball has the knock that it's boring, and it is boring.
And it is boring.
It is boring.
Okay,
Dub,
cool.
my bad.
So, NCAA football.
Yes.
What?
Let's do a WNBA first.
Okay, WNBA.
Caitlin
do
Clark.
The
WNBA.
semifinals and the games tomorrow.
Yes. The Aces got
Aces never-
got bounced. They got
Yeah.
bounced. So they are no longer the Aces are no longer in the playoffs. So
The reign and defend,
they're not
gone.
defending. So the New York Liberty, they go on to face was it Seattle?
Is it the winner or is that series over?
No, that series over with. Yeah, see the women's game they only got like 3. So you win the best. It's the best out of 3.
So whoever went 2 games going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so this over with.
And Asia and them got swept, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yes,
so
they did.
They didn't get
it's
no
the
games.
Lynx and the Suns and the Liberty versus the Aces. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they still got one more game. They can say I'm looking at right now. Liberty versus Aces tomorrow. Liberty up 2-0. And then you got the Lynx versus the Suns. They are tied 1-1.
Then you definitely got to defend your home court or it's over.
So that's where we at there. Whoever wins out of those series.
Asia, baby, go down swinging.
No, win, come back. That's what you need to do.
That's what I'm saying. Go down swinging.
Come
If you're
back.
going to go
Come
down
back.
swinging.
So, who's expected to win the actual title now?
New
that
New York.
New York.
New York, their favorite. Stewie and them, they want their face back, and they look like right now they licking their chops. So we're gonna see. And then we got our girl CC, aka Caitlin Clark. She is a WNBA
rookie
of the year.
It's official.
She's not unanimous though, because we know who got that one vote.
What, Angel?
Angel Reese. She
Of
got that
course.
one vote. So that lets you know. Before I get into that, we want to make sure we give our grace to Caitlin Clark on a great season. She has done her thing despite all the outside noise surrounding her. She kept her head straight. She got her team to the playoffs, even though they got bounced out of the playoffs. But hey, they did their thing. And you can look forward to
Next season.
Next season
going to be dope.
Yeah, it
Next
is.
season is going to be really dope.
So congratulations to Caitlin Clark on one hell of a season. And like I say, outside of that, she wasn't unanimous. She had one vote went to Angel Reese. And that just leaves the slight door open to where if Angel Reese never got hurt, would she got more votes? Nah,
Caitlin was winning that.
We don't know what Reese would have done.
Caitlin was winning
We
that
don't know
award.
what Reese would have done. We don't know if they would have gotten to the playoffs, what they would have done, all of that.
Okay, I'm going to say it was either going to be Caitlin was winning or they were going to split it.
Yeah, it's going to be one
But
of the other.
Angel Reese was not going to win it.
Of course, I would not say that because I wouldn't say
down that. I don't believe Angel Reese would have won it.
I wouldn't. No, she wouldn't have won it by herself because again, it's difficult. Caitlin Clark has the ball in her hand. So because she has the ball in her hand and she orchestrates the offense goes through her, yeah, her numbers are going to be better. So, it's different. Angel Reese, she got to have somebody to pass her the ball. Now, what I suggest for her to do during the off season to work out, outside of working out her inside game, get a jump shot. You know what I'm saying?
That
Work on
definitely
that.
helps.
If she work on a jump shot, I can see them double. I can see her be a 20-10.
She'd be kind of unstoppable.
Yeah, if she
get a little fit, like you don't even need the 3-point shot.
Nah,
you need a decent mid-range shot.
Get a good mid-range shot, and how she hustle on them boards, she gonna do her thing.
It's the DeMar DeRozan.
Exactly.
DeMar DeRozan here. Any mid-range shot, and
he gonna get a rebound. So just like I said, those ladies, they did a great job. All WNBA team first team came out, and you had Angel Reese up there as well as Caitlin Clark.
Okay, so yeah, the WNBA all-rookie team was announced. Yeah, and as you mentioned, there was Caitlin Clark, Rakia Jackson, Angel Reese, Camila Cardoza, and Leonie, what is it, Fibish? Mm-hmm. Okay. And that was the announced rookie team. So,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because remember, Cardoza was hurt. How many games at the beginning? She was hurt a good little bit of the season.
Yeah, so I mean,
and she still made first team.
Well, that was simply because I guess her name.
I'm not questioning her play
when did
because
she get
plays
injured?
hard.
She got injured early.
In the first of the season.
Yeah, she missed the first couple of games.
She missed by a good 4 or 5 games at the beginning of the season. But it's her play when she came back, how her play was since she came back.
Shout out Cardoza, man. Go Cox. I can't wait for college basketball to start.
Come on, man.
I can't wait.
We in football season, man. Come on, man.
Bro, I do not understand how you can be a fan and get excited every week over Cox.
Look, years. Go Gamecocks. Love it.
Bro, that couldn't be my team just for that name.
He got it there.
It's the most, like,
bro, I'd have to root
honestly,
for Clemson.
like,
just cause.
Anyway, it's like being a almost being a Commanders fan or a Cowboys fan. Like you, we never. You go through the losses, like the downtimes. Right? Oh yeah,
right,
definitely.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so NCAA.
Yes. So
okay. All right. What's the big game this week?
Okay, the big game is out the SEC, but the biggest game to me, I'm gonna tell you what the big game to me is this week.
What's that?
South Carolina plays Ole Miss. I think that's a big game.
Okay, so one of South Carolina's what, 3-1?
3-1.
Ole Miss is 4-1, right?
No. This is the biggest game that I think it. Clemson plays who? Who does Clemson play this weekend?
Florida State. Florida State is winning.
Boy, they get
but
ready.
Clemson's going to crush them motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boy, they get ready to get this dude out of Florida State so quick. He's so up out of here.
Link Dion saying,
and it's at Florida State.
Link Dion to that. Link Dion to that job right there.
Clemson get ready to go into Florida State.
Yes,
and smash them.
So you're expecting how big of a point differential are you seeing?
21.
I'm giving 2 touches. I'm giving
them 3.
3. I'm giving them 2 touches. Like, I just don't see Florida State and I hate Clemson, but Clemson get ready to run on them boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be an ugly sight. I see Ole Miss defeating the Gamecocks.
I do not. And the reason I'm gonna tell you I do not see Ole Miss beating us is, 1, they're Ole Miss.
Yes.
But 2, they lost to Kentucky last week. We beat Kentucky earlier this year, and we beat Kentucky handily. So I think that Ole Miss is getting ready to come back to earth. Is Colorado playing this weekend?
I believe Colorado is playing. Oh, they are off?
Yeah, I don't see no game.
Okay, so Colorado will not be playing this week.
Run me down the top 25.
Okay, so for the top 25, we are starting Friday at 9 p.m. with Syracuse at UNLV. UNLV is ranked.
That game if my life depended on it.
But Syracuse is
ranked.
3-1? Yeah, they're 25.
The same UNLV, the kid left?
They're undefeated. They're 4-0.
Same kid that left.
Same kid that left, okay.
Maybe it's the system and not the actual kid.
He didn't get his damn money.
Yeah.
That's why he left.
Pay us like you owe us.
No, I know that's
And
right.
then the quarterback said, I'm overcharging y'all for what y'all did to the Fulcrum. Okay. Michigan State 3-2 at the Oregon Ducks 4-0.
Yeah, Oregon.
Oregon, of course.
Oregon.
All right. UCLA versus Penn State. Penn State is undefeated.
The Lions.
Missouri Tigers at Texas A&M. Both have 4 wins.
Where are
however.
they playing at?
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Missouri.
Missouri's 10,
9.
9.
Missouri's number 9.
And they're
Texas.
playing in Texas A&M. Give me Texas.
Missouri's
A&M.
undefeated.
Give me Texas A&M. Have you
Okay.
ever seen the environment at Texas A&M?
I'm seeing it, yeah.
Okay, give me Texas A&M.
Okay. So then we have the SMU Mustangs at the Louisville Cardinals. I don't know.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Who didn't SMU
SMU
beat
just beat UNC last week.
by
A very bad margin.
they put up? Give me SMU.
It was very bad.
Yeah, they beat them boys down.
Yeah, that was vicious. They should have got booked on assault charges. That was unbelievable. Okay, so after that, we have the Hoosiers playing the Wildcats of Northwestern. Now,
Indiana.
the Hoosiers are 5-0.
Indiana.
Yeah, so we have no choice there. Hawkeyes are going to be at Ohio State Buckeyes. Yeah. I know. This is a bad one.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ohio
They
State.
at Ohio State, too.
Yeah, and they home. So, yeah, Ohio State's leaving that 5-0.
Got Auburn against Georgia.
Yeah.
How Georgia going to play since they took
They're very iffy.
Took big L from Alabama last week.
I hate Georgia. Georgia by 3 touchdowns.
Bro, that game was – I'm still thinking about that Alabama-Georgia game.
Because Georgia's going to be so mad they lost last week. And
Well,
you have to win. You really have to win out to make the playoffs.
I mean, but if you really look at it, you've seen it 2 weeks in a row because they had trouble with Kentucky 2 weekends ago. They beat them by 1 point, 13-12.
yeah, but
So,
you,
I mean,
but you
it was
just
writing on the wall.
lost to Alabama.
Right. And, I
and,
mean, they made it look respectable because Alabama jumped on their out and they asked 30
put it like this. Kirby Smart going to let them know they got to run the table the rest of the season.
Well, so you picking? Well, they had Georgia, so yeah, Georgia gonna
by
win.
Georgia.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
But I've been watching that clip of old boy, the 17-year-old, spinning off that damn pass.
Alabama.
And it's not like Auburn won last week. I think Auburn lost too, if I'm correct. Like,
Yeah, they did.
yeah. So yeah, give me Georgia by 3 touchdowns.
All right, so now we have Alabama against Vanderbilt. I don't even know why
Give
we
me Alabama by 7 touchdowns.
Alabama. Okay, then from there we have Utah State at Boise State, number 21.
Boise State.
That's easy.
Got my
Hey, do they
Hurricane.
still have that weird colored field?
Yep.
I like that. I like their field.
I'm gonna tell you something. I play NCAA on the station. I hate that fucking field.
What's wrong with it?
It's blue. That's what the hell you
That's
can't
what they
see it.
know.
in
Well, I don't have to
blue.
play on it, but I like looking at it.
Oh, it's awful.
Well, to be fair, it is Idaho, so they need something nice to look
I
at.
hate that field. It's dope.
If
I'm
it
sure
wasn't
it's
for
dope
that
as
field,
hell.
I wouldn't know
It'd be
anything about
nothing,
Idaho.
yeah, true.
Okay, so
Got my Hurricanes against California. They 5-0 against
yes,
3-1 California. Of course, I got the
The Canes ain't gonna lose until they play somebody like Clemson
yeah,
or an ACC
Juggernaut.
contender. I'm not even going to like
Are there
a contender.
contenders? Who's a contender in the ACC?
Miami is one.
That's it. Well, I meant, well,
Clemson's still, I guess, in it.
Clemson losses outside the ACC, so it was to
Clemson's
Georgia.
still in it. So, and I believe they're going to
Clemson.
play each other. So, I believe that's going to be Miami's game. If they win that game, moonwalking into the fucking playoffs.
yes,
Moonwalking.
Yes.
So, okay.
Got Tennessee and Arkansas. Tennessee number 4 in the nation. Number 4-0 against 2-2 Arkansas. You know Tennessee.
Well, pick Suey. I'm going with Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, you got number 10 Michigan 4-1 at Washington 2-2. I like Michigan in that game.
Yeah, I got
Where's the
Michigan.
Wolverines?
Number 11 USC against 3-1 against 2-3 Minnesota. SC in that one.
Trojans.
Trojan on that one. Then you got number 16 Iowa State 4-0 against 2-3 Baylor. I like Iowa State in that one.
Iowa State, yeah, of course, they're undefeated.
Cyclones.
Yeah, and that rounds out the top 25.
Right. And
Now what's we follow the SEC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we ran through all the relevant games.
There's really, like, besides the couple of few, I think there's only one top where two teams in the top 25 play each other, and I believe that's in the SEC this week.
That's that Missouri-Texas A&M game.
But that's cool, though, because
That's going to be the biggest game of the week.
games are getting ready to start getting more important as the season goes on. So,
Are
these
they?
games are still, yes.
first week
Yes.
of computer come out in like about a week.
Yeah, these games are getting ready to start getting really important in the
snap. They done pulled
next
it to
couple
the
of
center.
weeks.
Who?
The NFL. Tonight, Thursday night game, Buccaneers against the Falcons, and right now we are in the fourth quarter, 14-21. Buccaneers up 27-20.
Buccaneers up 27-20
over the Falcons.
Okay, that's a little bit closer than I thought because I was watching the game before I left the house and
They was up. Yeah, they were up by two touchdowns.
I did not know they were going to come back.
See, Atlanta been one of those teams that's just been right there. They just almost there to where they start clicking to where they're gonna go on the run.
You said the Buccaneers are up. That means that Baker must be having a decent
Baker
game.
doing his thing. He got at least 2 touchdowns.
He torched us last
Yeah.
week, so I can't say nothing.
Yeah,
He looked like Joe Montana last week. I can't say nothing about Baker.
Yes, it was a very good week for NFL football.
Yep, sure was.
Assuming you were not a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Or if you wasn't on the losing side.
First, I want to correct you somewhere. The Commanders are not the hottest team in football.
They are the very much hottest
they're
team
not.
in the football.
How many losses they got? Because Minnesota
have one.
Minnesota doesn't have any.
Yeah.
So that make the Vikings the hottest team in football.
correct.
No.
What you
You
mean,
know
though?
why? No. First of all, let me explain why.
Why?
Okay, first and foremost, nobody expected the Commanders to be
Competitive.
competitive this year.
Fair.
I have very low in the Commanders on my squad. That's why they are the NFL's hottest team. So nobody was expecting them to get to this level of excellence so early on. And I would expect somebody who took an L this week and is sinking towards the bottom of the NFC East to come in here a little bit salty. I mean, after that L y'all took against Tampa Bay,
Beat down on top of that.
that was bad.
Bing, bing.
And didn't we play Tampa Bay?
Hold on. This is week what?
This is week 5.
Let me write this down.
This is week
Elvis
5
talking noise, week 5
in the NFL.
We ain't even gotten into.
We got 17 weeks.
We ain't even gotten to conference
We're not
play
even
yet.
third of the season.
We
yet.
haven't gotten to division play yet. I talked big. I
What?
go back and look over my Facebook post from last season.
Yes.
I talked big cash. We were 10-1 again last year. We were 10-1 last year, and we proceeded to lose every game after that. As a Commanders fan, I don't want y'all to feel that type of, but y'all kind of high right now. Y'all riding on y'all high horse after y'all beating who?
We beat let's see. We
Who
beat
have
the
y'all
Giants. We have beat the Cardinals.
World beaters. Okay, keep going.
These are legendary teams.
Okay, keep going.
He said legendary teams.
These are legendary squads.
That was a good one. That
And
was
you got
legendary.
one more team. So you had
You
the
was
Cardinals, the Giants,
You
and
was
who
better off
else?
just saying that, that's the NFL team that was on our schedule.
Who else?
I
we
mean,
got?
these are the teams on their schedule.
Correct. But you said legendary. Like, that's supposed to give you extra bonus.
We're gonna beat Cleveland, so I don't even know.
That's who y'all play this week. I know.
Yeah, we got the 1-3 Cleveland Browns. And yes, just like Browns, they're a streak of shit.
I'm going to take the Commanders this week.
You have no choice but to take them.
I do, but I will take the Commanders this
And
week.
we're going against Deshaun Watson. Our defense is going.
Until whatchamacallit comes back. I didn't know he was hurt. Until Chubbs comes back, I just don't expect nothing from Cleveland.
Well, they have their whole offensive, their right-sided offensive line is out. So They ain't got good offensive line to protect Deshaun anyway. So
I mean, is this Deshaun might be on his way out of the league?
I mean, really
like,
though, in this situation, in this case, it's not him. You can't throw the ball if you don't have no protection.
I mean, they're
you
not
can't
gonna
run
see
the
it
ball.
like that.
You can't. I'm telling you, their offensive line play in Cleveland is horrible.
Okay, this is getting ready to be my question to you then. If it's not him, if they would get rid of Deshaun Watson, who picking him up?
Nobody.
They're not because
so his career basically he's over.
But the thing about it is the contract is so massive. They got to work that shit out.
Yeah, he got to figure out. They gonna have him. He gonna be the towel
GM
boy
or
or
somebody getting fired, which he saved his job because he freed up. He freed up like over $60-something million for them to be in the free agency.
Regardless of you're saying
and we
that,
beat the Bengals.
You're saying that. Okay, I'll give you that. You're saying the line is bad in Cleveland. I'll give you that, but they're going to blame that on Deshaun Watson anyway.
Of course.
Yes, but
And he's not the same quarterback since when he was in the Texans. He's not.
Yeah, so I am fully expecting the Commanders to pull this off. You know, currently it appears we are third in rushing yards.
Okay.
Yes.
No, before we
Score
go,
tied 27-27, Atlanta and Tampa Bay.
Before we go into full-fledged NFL, let's talk about Von Miller.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Let's talk about Von.
Okay, because Von Miller, he smacked his chick up again. This is just normal Von Miller.
again?
Yeah, didn't he do it? Didn't he do it before?
I don't know, but
it was last year.
But that's what I'm saying. Hasn't he been in trouble with the law over this before?
No.
He's never had domestic violence issues?
I don't know.
I don't know, but he got 4 games for this one.
You got 4 games.
He got 4 games. He got last year too. 4 games?
No, that was what it's for. His pregnant girlfriend. Now, even though no charges was brought up against him, the NFL said, "Hey, you did something. You gonna take that
because you embarrassed the league. You embarrassed You know the one thing about the NFL I've always known is they care about that shield more than anything else. If you do anything that embarrasses that shield,
sit down,
and they're gonna take some money from you.
Okay. So it looks like, this is related to a domestic violence issue. So Von Miller is officially handed a 4-game suspension without pay for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. And this all went down Tuesday. The league didn't elaborate on the reason for the suspension, but it comes after an alleged domestic dispute that happened, I believe, in Texas in 2023. And it looks like this was all related to Miller allegedly accused of assaulting his pregnant girlfriend. The alleged victim told police that Miller ordered her to leave the apartment they share in Dallas after a verbal argument. And as she was gathering items to leave, the affidavit says Miller walked up to her and began to shove her and push her, all while telling her to leave the unit. She also told officers Miller twice placed pressure with his hands around her neck, although she was able to breathe. Miller allegedly left the apartment after the woman said she was going to call the police. The police report says an officer observed minor abrasions on the compliant's left hand along with bruising on her neck. Injuries consistent with applied pressure on the neck. Bruises were also found on her abdomen and left arm. So at the time, Miller said the allegations of domestic violence against him were 100% false and completely wrong and blown out of proportion. However, it looks like
the NFL didn't see it like that.
No, and it says
they didn't see it quite like that.
They ain't gonna never see it like that.
She said it was also said that Miller's girlfriend said by text things were blown out of context. And she said it's outrageous. She called the incident a huge misunderstanding and a verbal disagreement. And it looks like no charges were filed against Miller.
Right, you should never call the damn police.
Ma'am,
you should never call the police over
you got
temporary fucking feeling.
Ma'am, you got these wheels in motion.
Like, damn, bro, like, do y'all not know protect the motherfucking bad? Unless that nigga beating your ass.
Until, if you fear for your life, but then you should leave.
That's different.
But hold on, time out. You called the cops, right? That's what you saying. She called the.
She called the cops.
Okay, so blowed out of proportion, ma'am.
You called the cops.
You called the cops. So who blowing things out of proportion?
You should have suffered silently, as many women
she
do.
was mad with him, trying to hit him and shit, and he had to physically restrain her ass. She light skinned, whatever.
Well, apparently in the affidavit, it was saying Miller put hands on her because she wasn't leaving fast enough.
He probably pushed her ass up out the house.
Get up out the
Like,
house.
hey, he physically
helping her leave.
She running her mouth, and he physically like, hey, get your ass up out of here.
You ain't gonna talk all crazy in my house.
Yeah, get your ass up out of here.
You ain't
So
gonna talk all
within
crazy in
him
my
doing that, I can see her turn around, try to swing on him and all that other shit.
But he knows.
He knew better.
He knows better.
He knew better than to put hands on her.
He knows that you can't as an NFL athlete.
Yep.
You know that, especially if the police are called.
He put that aside.
And a woman is involved.
He wasn't thinking about that shit. Like,
Yeah.
look, right now it's personal.
He didn't have to think about
You're
it.
right.
Who's the commissioner right now?
You're right.
Roger Goodell was thinking about it. He was
You're
like,
right.
three or four.
Yeah.
I mean, but
You know, Roger was rolling dice. That was how he figured it out.
3 or 4.
But see, the problem is though, they have number one, they play their position, and number two, they women play that position. No, not to get shit fucked up. Do not fuck that bag up.
Yes.
Don't fuck that bag up over temporary fucking feelings.
Yeah, so it looks like this incident happened November 29, 2023. And after that, Miller turned himself into the police department and was released on a $5,000 bond. And it said that's when he went on to deny the allegations as 100% false, despite all of this happening. So, yeah, I think there's a fault on Von Miller. He shouldn't have put hands on her, but also I feel like
It's her fault.
Yeah, if she calls the
she's
police.
the one saying that it's blown out of proportion, but yet you call the police, ma'am, you blew it
yeah,
out of proportion.
yeah.
Should have kept your mouth closed.
You blew it out of proportion.
I can understand leaving him after
You should
that.
have
But
just shut up and sucked this dick.
yeah, well, I don't know. She was pregnant, so
What that mean?
that
got her
means she
pregnant?
doesn't swallow. But yeah, we want to get into these games because these games.
So we've already done the Commanders and Browns.
Buccaneers done went up 30-27, 10-23 left in the fourth.
Okay, that was shocking. I was really expecting the Falcons.
It's still time.
I mean, there's still time for them
And
to
Kirk
come back.
Cousins, he has been kind of balling.
Right.
The Falcons have a
Baker's-
decent team, and the Bucks have a decent team.
NFC
They
East.
crushed us.
Excuse me. Don't you know? Surprisingly, the NFC East is the NFC South is the toughest damn division right now
In football?
No, in the NFC side. The NFC
What, the
South.
NFC South?
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Because as long as the Panthers are in it, no.
No, yeah.
No.
Okay,
no,
I-
stop it.
Okay,
Stop
but
it.
if you go
Because
for
you're saying the Panthers
if
are
you-
better than the Giants, and I don't believe that. Our worst team is the Giants. Our worst team is the Giants.
With Andy Dalton at the quarterback, I think that Carolina can beat the Giants. I really do.
No, I think the NFC East is the best division, and for especially, I can't believe I'm going to say that with the Commanders.
Yes.
That's only because everybody on the NFC East has won at least 2 games.
So that's why I'm saying, like the Panthers, I think that
They
the
won
Giants
one
are
game,
better than
but
the
everybody
Panthers.
else is top heavy because what you have Tampa Bay is 3-1. You have New Orleans is 3-1. You got
2-2.
2-2. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then you got Atlanta. They're 2-2. So Carolina's
Panthers.
1-3. So that's kind of like that's a balance. If you, it's tied.
Let me
It's
ask you a
tied.
question. Are the Panthers on your schedule this year?
Hell yeah, we got them in December.
Hold on.
Got them in
Are the
December.
Panthers on your schedule this year?
I
Because I'm
don't
gonna tell
know.
you what, December 8th, my birthday. Panthers are on our schedule. Guess what? We circled that game.
Oh, yeah.
Because that better be a dub.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't worried about Carolina.
Well, now, wait a minute. Andy Dalton now.
Huh?
Andy Dalton.
Right.
We're going to be playing in Philadelphia on December 8th.
It's going to be
cold.
we
You
here
got
in
a
Charlotte.
14-year
That game
vet.
circle.
We here in Charlotte.
Charlotte's a home game, unfortunately. Like, it is. Like, every time the Cowboys play in Charlotte, I have friends that go to the game. It's always more Cowboy fans than Panther fans.
Of course.
But
Because they're not winning. That's why.
Because the Panthers have been trashed for so long. now.
Right. If they was winning, it wouldn't been like that. But hey,
Okay, let's get into these picks
Okay.
because these picks is popping. So we're gonna start off with the early game. Well, I mean, outside of there's gonna be an early game Sunday at 9:30 a.m. between the Jets and the Vikings, and it's supposed to be the Vikings at home, but the game is actually gonna be played in London.
We're doing picks, I know, but I'm just going to flash back to last week.
Yes,
My Eagles had the worst probably
got
performance.
smashed.
man.
They did. But then the Jets were not too far behind on the bad performance side because they were awful last week. And then to lose to the Broncos in New York.
And it's a 10-9 home loss to Denver Broncos. Oh, yeah, it looks like that's the record.
Remember at the beginning of the season, I said 3 quarterbacks had a lot to prove this season. Bryce Young, he's on the bench. I said that who was the other one I picked?
Wilson?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He ain't never played.
He ain't
ain't
probably going to
playing.
get back on the
He's never
field.
gonna get
Nah,
back
he
on.
ain't
My
getting on
third
that field.
quarterback was Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Let them take a couple more losses because you know they weren't supposed to lose
But you
to
know you-
Denver.
but you
You're
know-
not supposed to lose to the Broncos.
But you know they're not gonna put it on Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna put it on Robert Saleh.
I don't know because you know that New York media different.
They're not gonna get rid of. They're not gonna get rid of Aaron Rodgers as of right now. They're gonna put that shit on Saleh.
Okay, but I'm just saying you should have beat the Broncos last week. That was a dub that you let go. Okay,
Okay, so who are y'all picking? I'm picking the Vikings.
I'm
They're
definitely
gonna
picking
make-
the Vikings. So
Vikings.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're
Undefeated.
on the road to several losses in a row for Aaron Rodgers and them.
I definitely see that coming. In addition to the Minnesota Viking game, we've already covered the Cleveland Browns and Commanders. I'm taking the
I'm
Commanders.
taking the Commanders. You can't even.
Cassandra's trying to be different.
You can't even take Cleveland with a straight face.
You right. All right, I got a Commanders.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to expect great things out of Jaden Daniels' performance, and I know I'm going to be
But
happy.
if he would happen to slip up this week,
Oh, it's very possible. He's a
It
rookie.
is.
I'm
It
expecting
is.
inconsistent play, and we have a very tough second half schedule. So I'm not
yeah,
expecting.
you ain't started division play yet. Oh, y'all beat the Giants. My bad.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
Just
So
like-
we've already started. We're undefeated in the conference play.
In the division,
Yes, in the
just
con- in
like-
the
that's why
division
y'all
play.
at the top of the
We are too.
standings.
yeah.
One and 0-2.
Yeah, but
Who's y'all beat?
Giants.
Oh Jesus! Everybody that beat the Giants.
Yeah.
You know what? We play the Giants when we come back.
Off your bye.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Go ahead.
okay.
keep
So in addition to that, next we have the Panthers at the Bears, and it's in Chicago.
Panthers.
Now the Panthers are 1-3. The Bears are 2-2.
If there was
Panthers.
any game that was circled on the schedule that the Panthers could win,
Yes.
this is that game.
Despite the Bears has a great defense.
Despite the Bears being 2-2 and Caleb playing decent, if there's
They playing
any
all right.
game that the Panthers can actually win this year,
It would be this one.
it's this one.
I can see that working, but
Where are they playing at?
they're playing in Chicago.
Give me the Bears.
So now,
Give me the Bears.
I got the Panthers on this.
yeah, I'm thinking because
Andy
Andy
Dalton.
Dalton's back there, there's going to be a
did give
different
good-
motivation.
I did give a
There's-
good reason. Like they Andy Dalton.
Yep.
You
did
know,
all that just to go to the
if
Bears.
you gonna win any game, this is it. But
Yeah.
the Bears are going to win.
And
in
I think they're
Chicago.
going to come in with a little bit more momentum than their record indicates. So I'm choosing the Panthers.
Okay.
I'm going with the Panthers, and after that we have the 2-2 Ravens at the Bengals 1-3. Of course, I'm going with the Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah,
Bengals can't really afford to keep losing.
They ain't got no chance. They gonna lose this one.
and the Bengals have
Where
an
they playing at?
advantage.
They
'cause
playing at Cincinnati.
in Cincinnati because everybody who got to come to Cincinnati got to eat that nasty ass food, and the Bengals are used to it.
Let Cincinnati
We gonna let
live.
y'all
He's
Ohio
I'm sorry.
know
never
what it
let
is.
Cincinnati live.
Those people have no beans in their chili. It's pretty
He's
disgusting.
never going to let.
And they put it on top of
I'm
spaghetti.
going with Cincy. Cincy ain't going to keep losing all these games.
But they ain't beating the Ravens.
We'll see.
Ravens.
I'm going with Cincy.
Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens on that one. Okay, so next up after that, we have the Buffalo Bills 3-1 at the Texans 3-1.
The Bills just came off getting their head
Busted.
They
They're
they just got rid of
The
their head
Texans
bust.
just lost too.
Yeah, they did.
So I will.
They're playing in Houston.
Texans. CJ Stroud. He has a big game with. This is where your boy get his revenge against his old team.
Oh, Stephon.
Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs he gonna have two touchdowns this game. This is why I say Houston.
Got him on fantasy.
Houston
He's gonna be playing
Houston
real
gonna
hard
win
this week. Oh, he won to stick it in Josh Allen's face too.
Yeah,
like
Houston.
I'm going with Josh Allen. I'm gonna tell you why I'm going with Josh Allen, because I know both of them don't like each other now. You can't like each other after kind of the way you left. And both of them want to win this game. And Josh Allen's going to have the ball in his hands more than Steph. That's the only reason I'm going to go with Buffalo, because I know both of them want to win this game. Mm-hmm. But Josh Allen going to have the ball in his hands, 85%, 90% of the game?
I'm choosing the Bills.
Yeah.
Texans.
Okay.
Texans? Mm-hmm. Ooh.
It's going to be good, though.
Okay, so next we have the Colts, 2-2 at the Jaguars. Still the only winless team in the
Jaguars get their first win.
Is Anthony Richardson back?
No. Joe Flacco is playing.
Give me Joe Flacco this week.
Jaguars get their first win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the Jags ain't won yet.
They're going to get their first win.
Trevor Lawrence.
Now, here's something. The Jaguars have beaten the Colts in 9 consecutive outings in Jacksonville. And the Jaguars haven't been all that in a very long time. So.
Trevor Lawrence, the Jaguars haven't won a game this year.
They get their first win.
Trevor Lawrence getting ready to get somebody fired. I'm going with the Colts.
Okay. I'm debating.
Who helped you get to the Super Bowl? Win it.
Who?
That's who's coach down there.
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with Trevor Lawrence not knowing how to read defenses anymore.
Okay, now the Colts haven't been able to win in Jacksonville since Barack Obama's second term in office. It's been 10 years since the Colts
and that's
have won.
Cool, but you know why? Because I kind of got a little faith in Joe Flacco. He's a decent quarterback still. He's decent.
Take them Jaguars.
They're going to get Anthony Richardson killed. That's what they're going to do.
Please.
I'm going with the Jaguars just because of history.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't see any reason why. Well, I mean, the Jaguars always suck, but for some reason when it comes to the Colts, they superstars.
Step it up. Step it up.
Okay, so now we have a butt bowl game.
1-3
Dolphins at the 1-3 Patriots.
Where are they playing? At New England?
Yep, in New England.
I like the Patriots.
Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because Tyreek Hill's not going to be able to get the ball like that in his hand.
Nah, he's definitely not. He need to be talking about getting traded too.
No, because it's just until
what's
name come back.
Do you trust Tua back there anymore?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it was.
Do you trust Tua? Yeah. Because I don't think Tua trusts Tua anymore back there.
He just know that he just need to get his ass on the fucking ground.
Yes.
That's it. Just get on the ground.
He got to dive.
If he knows just to get on the ground, he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Each time he got his shit fucked up, he try to do more than he should.
I don't think Tua trusts Tua anymore. Like, those concussions start adding up, and I don't know. Give me the Pats.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one. I just think there's a little bit of discord in Miami right now, and they may not be able to get it together.
And I just don't see them pulling it together when he comes back. I just don't. Like, I think this season might be over for them.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so after that, we have the 1-3 Cardinals at the 2-2.
Hold on.
Yes.
When you were reading off the list of teams that your team had beat, the Cardinals was up there, right?
Yeah, we beat the Cardinals last week.
What was your record again?
The Cardinals' record is 1-3.
Oh, okay.
And we are responsible.
Who are they playing this week?
At the 49ers in San Francisco.
So they'll be 1-4. So that just doesn't really make y'all really look like world beaters. Just throwing that out there, though.
Okay, who lost worse to Tampa Bay, our team or yours?
Oh,
okay. And we softened them up for you. Yeah. And y'all still lost.
Damn.
I'm glad everybody's got all this. I'm glad everybody's got all this excitement and hype towards my Eagles because
I'm just saying.
Well, I'll talk about it after we finish all the picks.
Noise.
I'm going to pop big noise in a minute, but who are we picking on again?
Okay, so it's 49ers Cardinals at San Francisco.
We're picking the Niners.
I'm going with the Niners.
Okay, so the Cardinals are now 1-4, and you're bragging over.
That's we just picked. They still got to play the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. We both played Tampa Bay, and we both lost. But
Say, look how he skipped
kept
over
it
that.
respectable.
He said kept it respectable. Just leave it in.
Yeah, we didn't get ran through like y'all squad did. But
It was embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie.
okay, so in addition to that, we have the Las Vegas Raiders 2-2 at the Denver Broncos 2-2.
Raiders.
Yeah, and mind you, they're going through that issue with Devontae Adams.
He's
Broncos.
open for trading.
Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, I think that little tension with
That-
Devontae
yeah, like,
Adams is
that-
going to throw him off this week.
I'm going
He's
the
not
Broncos.
even playing this week.
He's not playing?
Even more reason to go with the
Hamstring.
Broncos.
They said hamstring, but
Oh, yeah, you're
it's
right.
funny you say hamstring and then he's open for trade. And his wish list of teams to go to is the Saints and Jets.
I'm gonna tell you the team he better not wind up at. He better not wind up in Washington.
He better
He
wind
better
up at
not
that
wind up in
Cowboys. He
Washington.
go down there to Dallas. 'Cause we need him, damn it. We need him.
y'all
No, he's
don't.
going to end up at
Yeah.
Devon. He's
What,
going to.
what are you gonna put him at defensive end or
What you mean? He gonna play
You gonna
offense,
play where
nigga.
Micah at,
No,
or he gonna play where
he gonna play on the
D-Law?
other side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The other side of CD Lamb.
I got
He gonna play the other side of CD Lamb. And
somebody to run the ball.
you're
don't
right. We
if
need
you're
somebody
gonna run the ball.
We need somebody opposite
I'm
of
sorry.
CD Lamb
I got
too,
it.
so CD
We
Lamb
gonna get
catch
to
the ball.
Dallas.
Yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
get
get
to
them.
Dallas.
Right.
Who we were at the Niners. We're going to Niners.
No, it was the Raiders and Broncos, and
The Broncos.
And I took
Yeah,
the
I'm
Raiders.
gonna take the Broncos
I'll
just because
take
of
the
the Raiders.
Big
They
win
scored.
over the Jets last
take
week.
the
I'm going
Raiders.
with the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going with them. So after that, we have the Packers 2-2 at the Rams 1-3.
Packers.
in LA.
Packers.
Yeah, of course. Jordan Love is returning, and
Rams have too many injuries.
Yeah, I personally believe the Rams.
Now, when I said it last week, nobody said nothing. I was like, the Puka gone and Cup gone. Oh, they'll be fine. I told y'all that last week. The Rams are in trouble.
Yes, they are.
Big trouble.
Yes, they are. Okay, so after that, we have the Giants at the Seahawks. So the Giants are 1-3. The Seahawks are 3-1.
At Seattle?
Yes,
yeah,
Seahawks, no doubt. I don't see anything different there.
Hey,
So,
hold on. Is
Yes.
Malik? I mean, it doesn't matter, but his neighbors going to be playing? Because didn't he get hurt the last
Yeah,
game?
he's in concussion.
he's in concussion.
Oh, well,
yeah.
then not. Yeah, they definitely getting ran in.
Yeah, so without that, I'm really seeing the Seahawks take that over. Geno's on fire, so. Okay, after that,
Sunday night game.
Sunday night game, we have
Cowboys and Steelers.
we have the punk-ass Dallas Cowboys
Watch your
2-2
mouth.
against
Watch
the
your
Pittsburgh
mouth. See,
Steelers 3-1.
See, I ain't saying
See,
no. I ain't
look.
talking no shit about his team.
Look.
Yes, you did.
I didn't
Mama,
say nothing.
mama.
It's all good.
I'm going to pick the Steelers because I know you love the Steelers, so I'm going to pick the Steelers.
I'm picking the Steelers too.
Well, you know, I'm gonna ride or die with my team, Cowboys. So you know,
But now, since we were talking teams and stuff, now that we're on your team, you want Devontae,
right.
but he's not going to be running back one.
That's fine.
You need a running back.
I need somebody
Them-
opposite of CD
Them
Lamb.
10 yards y'all running for a game ain't going to get it.
We can get in the air.
It's not.
Y'all ain't cutting it with
Y'all,
that.
y'all
We
tried
can cut
to
in
make
the
us
air.
believe that Zeke was going to do
We
something.
can
and
cut
did
it. We can throw it in the air.
Dowdle? Is that a
Air.
Ricky Bobby? Whoever? Like he ain't
Air.
doing, so y'all really want to
Air.
get on Zach.
You
Y'all
need to go
really wanna
ahead
get
and
on
bring
Dak.
up Dalvin Cook. See what he can do. Go in, get Devontae Adams, put him opposite side of Lamb. So now they can't double or triple team him. Now they got to
Honestly,
play honest defense.
Can I say where I think Devontae Adams going? Where his best friend at?
What, the Saints?
No.
It's the Saints.
Nah,
his
he's
best
going-
friend is the Saints.
Well, who's his favorite quarterback?
Well, it is best friend. You talk,
Derek Carr?
Derek Carr. They played college ball together.
I see him going
That's
to
his
the
best
Jets.
friend.
I see him going to the
They
Jets.
ain't trading them to the Jets because they ain't trying to give up what they want. They ain't even saw Hassan.
If Aaron Rodgers says that he wants Devontae Adams back,
He got
will be
receivers
a Jet.
over there. He got Mike Williams over there. He got what's your boy? He got plenty of receivers over there.
Don't nobody care that y'all need
We gonna
need a weapon down there
take
in Dallas.
his ass. He come on to Dallas. We need him. Jerry Jones.
I got
stop
this
looking at dick sizes and get us, and bring us goddamn.
That's
Devontae.
your owner.
Yeah,
I got the Steelers
I don't
this
know.
weekend.
Devontae might be a little
Y'all
bit.
got a pretty tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, we do.
Boy, it's gonna be tough. And did you say? I thought I heard you mention earlier that you said Micah Parsons.
Parsons, D-Law out 4
but
to
we
5
don't want to
weeks.
hear that. We
Oh,
don't wanna
then
hear
it's
that.
definitely the Steelers.
My
We don't care
defensive
about
end,
that.
my defensive end
We don't care
ends
about
are
that.
out.
We don't because the Eagles. All our wide receivers were out. Y'all didn't care.
All,
We
you
don't
had
care.
one of them. All of them
Devontae
now.
Smith and
now,
A.J. Brown out.
Devontae was just last
They'll be
week.
back next week, though.
Devontae was just last
They'll be
week.
back next week.
It's all good.
Hold on, Micah played last week.
Then and D-Law played.
And they played, so yeah,
and both
these
of them,
are
and both of
relatively
them, and
new
both of them,
injuries.
and both of them went out the same day, the
Tough.
same game.
4 to 5 weeks.
You
You
right.
say?
Yep. That's why I said go ahead and get Adams. Bring him on in.
If he ain't stopping the run or running the ball,
He ain't got to do all that. That's what you got. That's why you have a depth chart.
okay.
Okay, and finally we have the very last game, Monday Night Football, and that is going to be the Saints 2-2 at the Chiefs 4-0.
Saints.
What?
Saints.
You said at the Chiefs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Saints.
Yeah, I
you
was
sure?
wondering what you like. I was.
I am.
Okay.
Because Chiefs, man,
I'm
they
going
lost.
with the Chiefs.
They lost their number one receiver. He's on IR now.
What's the Chiefs'
and
record?
They number one 4-0.
4-0.
They lost their number one.
Who
they lost
who
their
trotting out there playing quarterback next
They
week?
lost their number one receiver.
They lost their running back,
Their
Pacheco.
number one running back. Yeah.
You know who
And
Pacheco
Rice.
backup is, right?
Yeah.
Who's the backup?
Kareem
Clint.
Hunt.
Yeah, Hunt.
Hunt back there. Like it's not like they really like they might have taken a
They ain't
baby
taking no
step
drop.
back.
No, actually, they haven't. They ain't taking
Now
a
on
step
the
back.
receiving end, yeah. Running back, not so much. All they're gonna do is get Kelsey and Baltimore. I'm going with the Chiefs.
You're
Damn,
going with the
Saints.
Chiefs?
It's
Saints.
amazing why the Chiefs are this good again this
And
year.
this is where
and they
and
ain't
this
got
is where,
everybody.
This is where they're gonna lose their first game.
Really?
They've been. The Chiefs has
have
been
been
skating
skating.
by
They have.
the last three games. The last 3 games they've been skating by. They could have. They just like they easily 4-0. They could be
That
easily
Falcons
1-3.
game, they missed that pass interference call in that
Yep,
Falcons game. They would have lost.
The Cincinnati game.
Yep.
That pass interference was bad on Cincinnati. The Cincinnati game, even down. What was the other game? They almost the one last week. Who they played last week?
It was the Falcons. They played Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
It was like at least 3 games. Chiefs.
The
supposed to
referees,
lost.
I hate to blame games on the referees, but the referees kind of be turning a blind eye in certain spots in certain games.
The Chiefs, they could be easily 1-3.
Easily.
So I like the Saints come in. Why? Because their defense is just as good as
the Chiefs.
As the Chiefs. It's going to come down to, of course, quarterback play. They have an explosive running back in Alvin Kamara. He leads the league in touchdowns. And they got an explosive receiver. He averaged over 15.
See, this is my thing. We're getting into that time of the year where weather plays a factor.
Right?
The Chiefs play outside.
Yeah.
The
It's still
Saints
gonna-
play
inside.
inside.
But where
and
we
it's
at?
probably going to be cold
It's
Monday
still-
night.
In October? No, it's still warm. We in global warming. It's still hot. Motherfucking summer's lasting longer than they supposed to.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be cold to where it's gonna affect them from playing like how they need to. Matter of fact, they probably welcome this because how fucking hot it is down there in New Orleans.
Yeah.
They want that cool ass weather.
Yeah. So that's the NFL. That's all the games we have going on this week. All I know is Commanders are going to win.
We're gonna have a tally on these picks. So
And it's going to be 48 degrees out of Kansas City Monday night.
okay, 48 degrees when you running with pads on, you sweating like a motherfucker. That ain't shit. That 48 degrees gonna cool your ass off.
Yeah, that is kind of nice football weather.
Exactly.
40-something degrees.
That's great football weather. Now, that shit was like in the teens.
I'm gonna go tally
and shit
these.
like that.
I'm
That
gonna
was
go
different.
tally these picks up because
Yeah,
I know I'm ahead. I know I'm well ahead.
Come on, man. That's the Eagles.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, that's all we got covered for the sports section. Do we have any other topics or anything to add?
Make sure y'all tune in Saturday night.
Saturday, we're going to have our show. That's where we discuss all the entertainment shit, Diddy's lawsuits, Jaguar Wright's appearance on Pierce Morgan, Lauryn Hill and Prize's lawsuit, and your boy Eddie Winslow at Sydney Star. They've revealed some new information. I guess Sydney Star is now officially a woman.
Oh, and y'all can stop worried about the longshoremen. The strike's over.
Yeah, that shit
strike is over.
Quick.
Yeah.
So you don't have to buy up all the toilet
Oh, they
paper.
already did that shit.
And the
You
crazy
can
part
stop.
is toilet
You
is
can-
manufactured in the United States, so it wouldn't have had an
Like,
effect
you
on
can
toilet
stop
paper.
by-
Well, actually would, because if it depends on how they ship it. If they were shipping it through ports and stuff like that.
They're not.
probably
It's
would.
made here in the United States, so they're shipping it through the ground.
Anytime y'all hear anything, y'all go buy everything like it's crazy. Like that's kind of what contributes to inflation.
But I did see the brands that would be affected. They said the number one issue that would have been affected is bananas, because a majority of the bananas imported in the United States come in through the East Coast and the Gulf Coast. And then it also said seafood would have been affected because that came out. Oil enters the U.S. through the Gulf Coast. Electronics, cell phone, computers. Yeah, it's all coming from the Southeast Asia. And then you had car and auto parts that would have been affected, machinery parts, alcohol would have been affected. Wine, beer, and spirits imported from Europe, South America, or the Caribbean would take a hit. And, of course, the biggest one would have been bananas. So those would have been the major issues affected.
Well, thank God we avoided that.
It's not actually avoided. What they did was they're going back to work, and they're giving them time until January, I believe, to renegotiate.
well, and you know why? Because Christmas is coming up, and
Yeah.
you don't need any.
Oh, they was telling them that. Come on,
like the Christmas
longshoremen.
is right around the corner. You cannot pull this right now.
Well, actually, what really blew it open, and if you really keeping up, the head of the longshoreman,
Yeah.
he stays in a 7,000 square foot home,
Oh, yeah, I read that report. Yeah, so, hey.
and he makes down there $1 million. So it wasn't him that he kind of like, yeah. But I think they came to negotiations where to help out the other people that's below the executive, to where we don't have to have. We had a short, quick
I might
strike.
have to look into these jobs because I hear they about to make something.
What, longshoremen?
Yes,
Yeah,
I hear they about to make
make over
something.
$30 an hour.
You know
It
one
sounds
thing
fine.
I said-
Hype that up now.
You know one thing I noticed? The port of Richmond was fine. I didn't see that was one of the ports affected, the one in Richmond, and I know that's a major port. So we would have still been good, but we wouldn't have had no bananas. Okay. Anything else y'all want to add?
That's it.
Okay.
Buddha said he will be in the house Saturday.
So yeah.
See y'all next week.
Okay. So
You
it's
ain't coming Saturday?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure y'all send your blessings to Hassan for his
We're going to send positive vibes.
vibes. Yes.
Tomorrow.
Positive alpha vibes.
That's right. Alpha Dog be back with a new bat.
Yeah, so if y'all made it this far, make sure you like the video, make sure you share
it.
make sure you subscribe,
Like, share,
make sure you tell
subscribe.
your friends.
Come in, tune in, leave comments, please.
Yes.
We all have our own opinions. Be mindful with the
Yes.
damn comments, because I don't have no problem clapping back at y'all asses. But let's be respectful and stuff
Yes.
like that. We have our own opinions about things, and guess what? Based off our opinion, that's the reason why y'all engage with us.
y'all definitely got to cover whatchamacallit's apology Saturday night too.
Who's the boss?
Yes.
Bruce
Yeah.
apology.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he
definitely. gotta cover
apologized-
that,
he
'cause
apologized
That's
to his
why.
daughter.
That's why I said that. And he's got to do that.
Yeah, he
but
did.
anyway,
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a fun hour and 41 minutes, a surprisingly short show. No one's more surprised than us. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Love
Peace
y'all.
out. We'll see you.